saying a quick hi. He's gonna head out
to go to my dad's today.
He's going to his dad's a little early, but he did make some awesome stuff that I'm gonna share with you. And he's a super pro at origami, way better than I am. So I'm gonna show you some really cool dog origami puppets. Oh, look at it, it's wearing a monocle.
Bye, guys.
All right, love you. All right, be good. Don't forget your home. Okay, all right. All right, so we have some really cool stuff today. First off, so it's Pet Week. Everybody loves pets. And we decided to do a few, a couple little wild things. Bye, bud. Love you. I'll talk to you later. Exciting activities. For starters, we have these super easy, really adorable origami dog crafts. As you can see, Maximus made one with a little monocle because he's all about monocles and top hats lately. Very fancy, very fancy. And all you need is printer paper and a marker and some scissors. So you're gonna want to, let me just grab, where did all my printer paper go? Just has it, 1 second, sorry. All right, so you're gonna wanna take your printer paper, if you have origami paper, and you're just going to want to make it into a square, which is very easy. You just take it and then take the corner. So this is something that I showed and he was able to do on his own afterwards. So, very easy after I cut it into a square. So fold it just like that so that you can cut off this excess bit and get yourself a perfect square. And you can save this bit to make some mini dogs as well. We actually made some mini dogs too, which are floating around. I'll grab some before the end and show you because we made a whole bunch. Once we started, we couldn't stop because it was just so quick and easy and fun. But same thing, once you just cut it down, you just fold the corner and make it into a square, all that jazz. So, once you have your square, keep it as a triangle. I'm gonna move you close and put you right here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Oh. All right. So you just take your corners, you've got your triangle from your square. Take one corner, fold it down. It's not an exact science, they can all be different. I actually saw this on Red Ted Art the first time. There's a whole bunch of different places that they show this at, but she's got a whole bunch of really cool crafts, so you can check her out as well. I liked a lot of her stuff, and she has a nice way of explaining things. She's British too, so cheers to her. I like her. All right. Just make sure they're somewhat even. I've got to turn it towards myself so I can see what I'm doing here. But they don't have to be even because not everybody's ears are even, right? Every dog's going to be different. So, I've now got 2 ears folded. As you can see, they're all folded differently. It doesn't really matter. So that's it. That's all I've got now. 2 folds. Simple as that. Next fold. This one. Right here. Boom. And then one more little fold. Bring that up to the crease that you just folded it at. So fold that up. Bring it back out. And then make another smaller fold. And there you have it. I'm not the best at origami, but that's what it is. And there we go. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then you can either have your littles doodle away, or you can start it off for them. With a nose and eyes. And then they can add the rest. But basically, little triangle nose. A little smile. And the eyes can go wherever you'd like. You just do the little triangle at the top. And they can be small eyes. Or if you want to make them big eyes, you can make them big eyes. If you'd like to add spots, you can add spots. Or you can add monocles and mustaches and stars and stripes and squiggles and doodles and glitter and everything else that makes your dog unique to you. But this is what makes it art, is that you can do anything you want with it. So basically, once you have your shape, you can just add to it as you like. Or you can also just color the paper however you'd like, make it glorious, and then fold it. But I have a feeling that once you start doing them, you're just gonna make puppy after puppy, all different shapes and sizes, and then you're gonna wanna end up with a whole variety of puppies and have a small puppy plantation, which we have going on now. So I'm not really sure how we're gonna feed and house all of these guys, but we're gonna do our best over here. All right, so our next project, that was really cute. This one's a little bit more extensive, but it's really not as complicated as it looks. And I am going to upload some printables so you guys can just print the templates out and trace them, cut them out and trace them, and just work off of those. It makes it so much easier. We decided that every child wants a horse as a pet at some point in their life. And so everybody kind of at some point also resorts to a hobby horse. So we decided hobby horses are fabulous and we would do hobby horses. We also ended up doing some hobby giraffes. And then we got so wild with it that we decided that it's far too difficult to choose just one, so we kind of did a transferable. So instead of just having to do one, we decided, why not leave your option open? Find a stick or a broom, like an old broomstick or something of that nature that you're like, forget this broom, this isn't going to work anymore, unscrew that, and you can just use that and, you know, take it in and out. Don't glue the bottom, and you could just slide it in and out of your horses or giraffes, because we also did giraffes. So we have a couple hobby horses. We went a little wild with this guy. He's intense. Maximus wanted a night horse. He also made a joust to go with it, which was a little intense. So, but he really enjoyed it. So this guy we went a little buck wild with, and we added some gems. But this is just paper cutouts, and it's all from this template. Right here, that I'm going to upload for you. Just print it out, cut this out, and then trace it onto cardboard. I have my cardboard pieces around here for you. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. You're just going to cut this out, and then you trace it onto cardboard. And then you have 2 cardboard pieces. And then basically, you can use those cutouts to either cut out some cardstock, or you can just decorate the printouts, because we did that in some cases as well. I also uploaded a couple, I'm going to upload some giraffe ones, plain. And then some with spots, so that you have a guideline, because I've got one with spots here, and I left this one so that I could show you how we did it. We just printed it out, cut it out. I actually glued this one onto some yellow construction paper on the back, and I just traced those spots a little bit darker that I wanted darker, because I left those spots really opaque so that you guys could go wild. If you want to make them colorful spots, you can make them colorful spots. And this guy's kind of just a really basic giraffe. Very classic, but we really like him. And you're just going to glue these pieces of paper to your cardboard backing. And then you're going to secure them to your stick. This one isn't even attached. We just have a stick from outside. You do not have to have a fancy wooden dowel to have a fabulous hobby horse. We just found the stick outside. If you would like to get a wooden dowel, or you happen to have any, that's awesome as well. But we figured have a bunch of heads and then switch it off as you'd like to. So, if we want to be a knight, we can be a knight. If we want to do a giraffe, we can do a giraffe. But what I did was I started with doing the edges. And then I left the bottom open so that I could slide that up in between. And I will show you a demonstration of that. But also, this is another one we did. Another giraffe, where I didn't use the printout with the spots, but I just used a plain one, and Maximus decorated it with pom-poms and some yarn. Hey, Nicole! How's Maya and Gemma? I miss those girls. You guys better make some hobby horses or some hobby giraffes. Oh wait, to go with their bedroom, I'm uploading a unicorn, so you guys should probably do a unicorn, okay? Deal? You can make that fancy. I didn't make a unicorn, but I know you will. So, you can just slide that up. And then we got our hobby giraffe. Dun, dun, dun. I didn't secure his mane too well because I did it kind of as we were popping on here. But I'll also show you how we do the mane. It's really easy. It took me a go, but once I kind of got it down, we're good. So let me grab our demo horse that Maximus decorated, and I'll show you how we did that. This is just such a fun, cool one that we just thought was something we had to share and had to do with you guys. All right, so So here I have my horse cutouts from my printout that I showed you guys. I just printed out and cut these out on cardboard. I'd go with sturdy cardboard. Works a little bit better. I traced one onto paper and Maximus colored this in with some very cool designs. And what I would do is just trace this one. So we have our other side. We'll cut his out. Okay. So if you have two backs like this as well, just glue them like one onto each other if you haven't flipped them the right way to make them, you know, face each other and whatnot. So I'm going to glue one of these onto here. You can actually use just regular glue sticks to glue the actual paper onto the cardboard. That works fine. I just happen to have a glue stick on hand, or a hot glue gun, I mean. Which actually I'm going to need some more glue sticks for. But, you know what, I'll show you. Good old-fashioned glue stick way, actually. So, we'll just do glue stick style. This works just as well. We won't go extreme with the hot glue gun yet. All right, so I just layered that with some good old-fashioned glue stick. Kind of position my guy. Glue's right on there. All right. Okay. Okay. Now my other guy. So that's going to be on that side. And this guy is going to go on this side. So that when I glue them together, don't be afraid to be generous with the glue stick. I always am. I feel like I use them a bit like my toddlers. I go through them pretty quickly. My Dr. Jordan's always wondering where all the glue sticks in our center go. I think I'm the culprit. I'm a little aggressive with them, but that's okay because it's all in the name of art, right? So, there we go. And she doesn't mind. All right, so now we have a beautiful side and my boring side. I will add to this later, or I will have Maximus. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you guys how we're going to do this and how we're going to add some hair. I think I've shown you guys this before, but to get a nice bunch of yarn like this, just take a spool of yarn, whatever, just wrap it wrap it around a book or anything so that it's all the way around, and then you can just snip it like as much as you want to wrap it so it's thick around, as thick as you want it, and then just snip it, and then you'll have a nice even amount, and then you end up with something like that. Nice little trick. All right. So, for the yarn, for the mane, I'm going to want this a little shorter. I think. No. Yeah. We can give him a nice long mane. That's fine. Because once it folds in half. All right. So, once that folds in half, that'll be pretty good. So, I'm going to leave it as is. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to put a bit of hot glue along the edge there. And then I'm going to put a little bit more on this side, but pretty much even. I'm going to spread it out the length so that I can get as much on that glue as I can. I think I waited a bit too long. No, that's good. Still warm. All right. So I want to press that down so that it's really on there. All right. Okay. Gonna do that all the way down here. Another bunch. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just kind of spreading it out. Making sure it really kind of gets on there. I'm gonna go all the way down. Please disregard my squeaky glue gun. It's been loved and cherished for years. All right. As you can see, so my yarn's gotten a bit haphazard here. Sometimes that happens. I blame it on being an artist. Some of us blame it on working with children. And some of us are just very organized no matter what, and neat and tidy with our arts and crafts. My co-teachers. I have quite a few of those. All right. And we all have a good laugh about it. So, we've now got a good amount of mane down. You can pull off any extra flyaways. snip off any bits and pieces. There we go. Snip them off. And now you can fold this side over like so. Fold it over, fold it over. And you'll see, voila. And now you can put glue here and secure it down on this side. So I'm gonna do a quick run. Do it a little bit at a time because hot glue dries very fast. And if you don't get it in time, it just turns to hard plastic. Rubber. Plastic and is a bit worthless on your crafts. So I'm just gonna sneak in here. Add a bit more to the rest. And press it down. There we go. So, he's got a lot going on here. We can snip some of this off, or we can leave him wild with it. But if you'd like to trim him, you can. And voila! So, we have that on. Now we're going to secure our ears. Put some glue right in there. We're going to secure our face. Don't worry about the stringies. We can pull those off later. And do not forget to leave this part open to insert the hobby horse stick, the dowel, whatever you are using. If you plan on making it your permanent one and only, then you can also use hot glue to do that. If you plan on switching it out and making a bunch of these, then you can just leave it as is and just leave it open as we have. Otherwise, you can glue it in with whatever you have decided to use. So, you can also, if you want to make these a bit more outdoor friendly, like, you know, it's wet outside, why not, you can just put some good old packing tape over everything. And if you'd like your hobby or hair to the hair to stay a certain side, you can put a little bit of hot glue right along those edges just to kind of get that to stick right there. But keep it bunched a bit when you get it to stick. but it's kind of nice. Free flowing. So, last bit would be your eye. You can draw an eye, paint an eye, anything you'd like. But I also have my googly eyes, which for my littles are not always the best option because they can pop off and be chokeable. But they are not here right now. And I miss them dearly. So we're gonna go ahead and use the googles. Although that's a pretty big one, so. And we can take the stick right off of this one. And we can interchange it. With our new one. Fabulous. We've got a whole corral of horses. So, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I know there wasn't as much energy without the little guy. He adds a lot to it. But I hope that you guys go and make some fabulous, fabulous hobby horses and some adorable origami puppies. Where did those little guys go? Little puppy plantations. And that you guys run around all week, all weekend with your puppy plantations and your hobby horses, and that you guys take care and stay well. And I miss you terribly. And I love you. Bye.